Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Glass Seats. This is Viddy.
And my name is Mrinal, and in this episode, we are visiting the state of Texas to talk about goaltending. Jake Oettinger signs 8 years, $8.25 million cap hit with the Dallas Stars.
That seems to be the magic number now, huh?
Oh yeah, same cap hit as Ilya Sorokin in New York, Jeremy Swayman in Boston, and Linus Ullmark in Ottawa.
I mean, so I guess everyone was kind of waiting for Swayman to make that move, or somebody to make that move. And I don't know if I consider this resetting the goalie market, but the thing is, we even talked about Joey Decord getting his 5x5, which kind of a crazy deal. But I feel like this is an underpay in a weird sort of way, especially with the cap going up.
The cap hit is an underpay.
Yes.
The length is, I think, an overpay.
Really? You think the term is too long?
Term's too long. I said this about when we talked about the Ullmark and Swayman contracts. Giving this much term to a goalie is risky.
Right.
Like
the guy's 25 though.
I get that he's young, but goalies are injuries take longer for goalies,
right,
and are more likely to result in not playing again. You know, so giving goalies this much time always worries me if I'm looking at it from GM perspective. For the goalie, good for them. He got their money, right? So I think there was some negotiation here where Oettinger wanted the length, and then for that, the cap hit probably came down for what it should be. Like, he's easily the best out of these four goalies, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you gotta watch some Dallas games, and it's not just the fact that he's making some pretty impressive saves. It's he has this like this demeanor, this presence, I guess, to him that's very calming and composed and confident. And you need that if you're a forward or defense, because you're like, my guy in net he's got me. He like if I fuck up, like, he's got me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you need that. So that's why I feel like this is almost an underpay, because it's not just, sure, he's protecting the net. He's making the guys in front of him a hell of a lot better too, just mentality wise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So would you say if he got, like, let's say 9x6, 5, would that have been better?
As a GM, I would take that year. I would take that deal over this.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though it's a higher cap hit?
Even though it's a higher cap hit.
Why is that?
Because the longevity is more in line. 5 years for a goalie seems about right. And we're talking $0.75 million.
Okay, say he wins the cup in this time, because Dallas is still a contender. Say he wins a cup in this time, that those 5 years expire. He's still only 30.
I don't give a shit. I won the cup.
So you're just gonna,
it's over.
You're gonna shell it out for him. Just
yeah. Then at that
10
point,
million, 11
do what
million?
you want. You won the cup.
Shesterkin. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Or if you're Vegas, ship him out. You know,
yeah, the cutthroat strategy. Yeah, I
Dallas
guess.
is in win now mode, right? So between 8 years and 5 years is your cup window effectively, right? At 5 years, you're gonna have to rebuild anyway.
I guess, yeah, that's
true.
He
might not want to be here after 5 years, right?
And especially with the looming contracts of, I mean, I don't know when Tyler Seguin's contract expires, but Jamie Benz is on his last year right now.
Yeah.
So that's a big chunk of cap space that's about to open up. What does Dallas do with that? Because,
I mean, they still have a whole bunch of other young players they got to sign. Like Robertson, I think, is signed, but Wyatt Johnston.
Yeah, that kid is crazy too.
Rupe Hintz and I think Miro Heiskanen. You know, they all will have deals and need raises.
Yeah. So you think this was basically management trying to get this done early, just trying to get one of these out of the way before the onslaught of young talent that they drafted that 1 year?
Yeah, I think so. Signed. And it was easy to do with Swayman signing that deal, right?
Right.
They're like, okay, you're pretty close to Swayman. And this way, because Texas is a low tax state, Oettinger actually gets more of that money than any of those other three. Yeah,
that is true. And part of the reason I still think this is crazy is because he gets more of that money tax wise. But I still feel like he got underpaid in terms of, like, the actual AAV.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is a steal. This is a bargain, in my opinion. That's why I'm like, 8 years, is it that bad?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine he gets hurt and can't play, then you're paying $8.25 million for nothing.
Right, I guess.
You know?
Yeah.
Also, management-wise, it's smart to do this now before Shesterkin signs.
Yeah.
Because Shesterkin is in the 11-12 conversation.
Right.
And I think Oettinger can argue that he can go toe-to-toe with Shesterkin.
I believe he can. If it was Dallas and New York Rangers in the Cup final, I had it on Dallas. I'm not going to lie.
It might be this year.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So those are two powerhouse teams, and I guess like for sure from a strategy standpoint, like it would make sense to get Oettinger signed early, but I don't know. I don't even think 11 million for a goalie makes sense in my opinion. That's just not my place to speak on it, but like that doesn't even make sense in terms of winning Stanley Cups. But I feel like this is like you're better off finding someone like Jake Oettinger that can go toe to toe with those elite goalies, right?
Yeah.
Why would you overpay? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So.
I mean, management hit the sweet spot. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this was the time to get Oettinger at this price point.
I agree. And for me personally, I don't think I even have a problem with 8 years because, like you want to keep him during that. I imagine maybe it's going to be a little dicey with all the guys like getting 8-year deals. I think it makes a little bit more sense this time around as opposed to when Doug Wilson did it, is because these guys are all young. These guys are all still in their 20s, like early 20s, right?
Doug Wilson was given 30-year-olds 8-year deals.
Yeah, and that's the issue there. That was like, granted, Brent Burns is pretty much indestructible, and he's still playing.
He's slowed down quite a bit.
He has slowed down quite a bit, but he's not injured, right?
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. He's playing out his entire 8 years. These 8-year deals make sense, and I think, especially with the cap going up and being in a taxless state, I think this puts Dallas in the contention window for a lot longer than a lot of us are expecting.
Yeah, Dallas is doing a really good job of transitioning from the Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin core to the new core.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I'm curious to see where they go after that, but I think this is a first great step in the right direction.
Yeah. Positive vibes from Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know your thoughts on the Jake Oettinger contract below. Hit like if you like this episode. Hit subscribe if you want more. We have multiple episodes out every week. And if you want even more Glass Seats, we're on Instagram. @GlassSeatsShow is the handle. Check us out there. Bye.